Stock market is absolutely going bonkers, and it's crazy. I don't know how to feel about this at all. Like, my portfolio is doing really well, right? We'll just say right. I mean, based off of my previous videos, right? I'm so far is my largest position. That's all I have to say. Anyways, so I'm actually very worried. This is like markets go up. I understand that people are pricing in a Republican president, and that makes it so that it's easy on businesses and just a looser like looser what's it called, looser economy, right? Basically, you're gonna make everything cheaper, like money's gonna be cheaper, and then everything's gonna happen, right? Everything's gonna be fine and dandy, everyone's happy. But like, I thought that Trump was priced in a week ago. Like, if you look at Bitcoin kind of tells you about how much Trump was being priced in before he got confirmed to be president elect. Now, this recent run up, okay, I understand Tesla running up. I understand maybe DJT and maybe like the broad market going up, maybe like 1% or like 2%. But this is borderline unsustainable. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't. But in my opinion, I really think that it's completely unsustainable. What I'm worried about is, imagine if, okay, let's just imagine if Harris got elected. So if Harris got elected, you could see, okay, people are unpricing in Trump and then pricing in Harris. And then the stock market drops immediately. But it does rebound, right? It rebounds. In this case, you see Harris getting, you see Trump getting priced in. It goes up, but like usually it'll come back down. It'll tame itself. But right now you see the American dollar getting stronger. You see the market's going higher and higher. Basically, that means that all the Americans, they're investing in the stock market because they see, okay, Republican president, easy on business, to the moon. And then you see other countries, right? You look at just the strength of the American dollar shows you that people from out of the country, they are converting their money, their whatever their currency is, into American dollars. And then they're using those American dollars to invest into the American stock market. It's not going into crypto. I mean, maybe some of it is, but a lot of it's going into the stock market. And like, you don't, I mean, you see treasury and like treasury bonds, they're not going that high. So literally everything, this is almost Tina. Like, there is no alternative. Everything is just going into the stock market. I just don't like it. It's going up too fast and it's going up in one direction. There's no, I mean, I what is happening? I it's it's quite worrisome, and I'm worried that, here's my projection, or here's my prediction. I don't know how long this can last, but I do believe that the stock market will continue to go up. You will see this Santa Claus rally from November until December, until January, because there's no reason to sell. You don't have, people are only tax loss harvesting the stocks that have been bad performers, and most of the stock market, there hasn't really been any bad performer in the recent year, right? I mean, maybe if you buy at the peak for like Spire Global, which, I mean, no one is. It's a $200 million market cap. No one's even in that stock. But like, maybe there's some stock. Maybe you bought the peak of oh, I know, Super Micro. Pathetic, pathetic. Anyways, maybe you bought the peak of that, but that's already gone down. So like, it can only go down so much. I the majority of the market has been up this year, so there will be no tax loss harvesting. What I'm worried about is, come January, if people are over leveraged and then the first person takes profit, then we're gonna see a downward spiral. It's possible. I mean, I don't. It's possible people might take profits in December and January, in November, to kind of offset this, but I don't really see that happening to as great of a degree as if they were to wait until January to realize their gains, so that to avoid this tax event. Now, it's gone up so fast, so rapidly. you could say maybe SoFi Technologies, they were undervalued. A lot of people are valuing them at around 12, 13, $14. We're just going from undervalued to like accurately valued, right? But when you can't, the entire market is just like, fuck it. I I don't know how, I'm so conflicted because I'm like, this is so dangerous, but my portfolio looks so nice. But this is so dangerous, but my portfolio looks so nice. I don't know. I just want to say, I guess a lot of people will chase. A lot of people will continue buying. But definitely don't go balls to the wall. Don't, not financial advice, but I don't recommend going balls to the wall. I don't recommend just liquidating all your assets and then going on 50 times leverage and then going to the moon. It's I don't understand. And Tesla, okay, fine. They're gonna get Elon to be the head of the Department of Governmental Efficiency, which I still don't trust that guy. But okay, I understand why Tesla is going up to the moon. If you invested in Tesla, good for you. I'm happy for you. I'm gonna have some work rolling out my my 160 covered calls. But hey, I mean, a profit is a profit. But I just want to say, with market euphoria, it could stop. The music can stop anytime, and a snowball. Well, let's do an analogy to a snowball, right? A snowball it's fun watching a snowball as it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, but there comes a point in time when that snowball becomes uncontrollable and it just smashes and creates an avalanche or something. And I just think that the markets are really fragile right now because, like, you look at what Jerome Powell was saying. I mean, yeah, he could say that he didn't expect the Trump presidency, but it doesn't change the fact that the labor market it's getting better, but it's still not as great as it could have been. You're looking at inflation. And if we come to the point where the labor market is tight, if you look at the previous jobs report, only 12,000 added jobs, that's horrible. That is horrible. If the labor market is tight and then we get massive inflation, what do we do? Think about it. Trump's policies are very prone to being inflation ridden, right? You look at, like, if you think about his tariffs, his possible tariffs against China, you think about maybe him giving less tax credits to these EV companies, so they have to jack up their prices in order to maintain that margin to show Wall Street that, hey, we're still making money even without those tax credits. If you look, if Elon is actually saying he's gonna fire a bunch of people, you see RDJ, Robert Kennedy, RDK, I guess, RDK, I don't know what his middle name is. If you see Kennedy, he might be head of health, and then if he fires a bunch of people from the FDA, there's just going to be a bunch of more people. There's going to be a bunch of people that are currently working in the government that are going to be jobless, while you have record inflation because he's creating all these tariffs against other countries. And then you also might have, maybe, if he does pull out of Ukraine, then all the people that are currently working in Ukraine, maybe, like, or working around, like, they're not necessarily, there's not soldiers on the ground, but there's still people that are working in that working with jobs that have to do with that stuff, right? For example, Raytheon, right? They're creating weapons, they're creating all these things. But if you just stop all war, then the job market just gets worse, or like there's more supply of workers, and then people make less money. I just think it's really fragile, and I don't know how long the music can last until the lights turn off. It's just worrisome, but, like, I don't want to be a bearer of bad news. Like, right now it's going up to the moon, right? I don't even know what to say. The stock market's freaking on fire, right? This goes back to what I said before. You don't want to completely avoid the market, even if you're, like, predicting a market crash, because you're missing out on so many gains. It's fragile, but as I said before, it's like a glass cannon, or it's like some type of ADC, if you play League of Legends or any type of MOBA, it's the market is on fire, but it'll take really like the more optimized, or the more the hotter the economy, the less it takes to destroy it, if that makes sense. This goes back to what I talked about, Nassim Taleb, how everything requires stability. Everything requires some type of foundation. When you strip away the foundation, you strip away the stability in the sake for the sake of optimization, then you're optimized for a specific task, but then you're easily caught off guard. You're easily thrown off guard, and um, I guess long story short, I'm just rambling at this point, but stock market go right, and then at the same time, anything could change that, right? It could turn around at any moment. So just definitely be careful, right? Make sure to keep up to date. A lot of the news is just kind of filler, so you don't really necessarily have to look for the news, but look for signs. Look for like a slow, like look for your portfolio slowly topping out, right? Or look for maybe if in your if whatever you're doing for your job, maybe you see more people getting laid off. Maybe you see I don't know, whatever you do, look for signs, look for cracks in the economy, and definitely be wary, right? But definitely be optimistic, right? You don't want to miss out on this specific run. This run just, what was it, like 10%? Just crazy for the entire market. Ridiculous. Not 10%. Probably like, I don't know, I didn't look. Maybe like 3%, 4%, 5%. I forgot. But it's crazy. My portfolio is like, Nrr! But yeah, happy, but also really skeptical, really scared, and very, very, very worried, because like you look at Buffett, and he's holding on to cash. He knows something. I'm sure he knows something. He's in the insurance business. So, I mean, he's wise, he's smart, but again, he's also like 80 something or 90 something. So, maybe he's just off this time. I don't know. What do you think? Those are just my opinions. Those are my thoughts. Those are my worries. Have a good day.